What's going on, guys? Kalipa's Tech here, coming back at you with another video. This is stylus tips and tricks for the Motorola Moto G Stylus 5G. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some different tips and tricks for the stylus that you're going to want to know when you're using this phone for the first time. But before we go any further, I do want to ask you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. That being said, let's get into the video. So in case you don't know, the stylus is down here, and to release it, all you gotta do is click it like this. I really like the design of this stylus because when you're putting it back, it doesn't have to be in any certain direction. You can just click it in. Whereas with the 2021 4G version of this phone that was released earlier this year, you actually had to have it a certain way. And for whatever reason, maybe I'm just bad with styluses or something, I got it wrong every single time and always had to take it back out and put it in the other direction in order to get it back into the phone properly. But with this one, the handle of the stylus itself is in the shape of a circle, which I like so much better. Now, one thing that we see when we remove the stylus from the phone is this little menu comes up. Now, this little menu can be customized, but I want to show you pretty much the most prominent feature of this, which is right here, this little drawing pad if you want to use the stylus for drawing, which, to be perfectly honest, this isn't the most sensitive stylus out there. So if you're hoping to be able to do any type of actual serious drawing or coloring or anything like that, as you can see, it's really not the best for that. It is decently responsive, and I will say it's more responsive than other phones in this price range that have styluses, as well as the other Motorola Moto G Stylus that was released earlier this year. It is better than those phones, but at the same time, you're still not going to get responsiveness to the level of something like the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra that's so sensitive it actually feels like you're writing on real paper. With this stylus, to be perfectly honest, it's more for the sake of having a stylus as opposed to it actually being something that you can seriously use for drawing and all that sort of thing. So now that we've gone over that, I'm going to show you how to customize this little menu right here. So all you need to do is hit the settings button right here. And now it's going to take you to the shortcut bar where you can get rid of whichever ones you want and add different ones. So for example, we're going to add Google Chrome. And we're going to take this one out in this one, put the calculator on there, camera maybe. Now when you open the stylus menu, it's going to have the options that you added from the settings. So it has Google Chrome, the calculator, and the camera. It's pretty straightforward, not a whole lot to remember there. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is some different settings you can change with this stylus. So we're going to go to our settings, stylus, and we have some different things we can change. The first thing is what happens when you take out the stylus when the device is locked. Now, by default, this is going to open what's called Moto Note, which is just a blank notepad. We can also turn this off, so when you take out the stylus when the device is locked, it won't do anything. By default, as you saw when I tested it out, when the device is unlocked, it's going to open the menu, and this is going to take you to the exact same spot where we added all the other options. So as you can see right here, you can change what comes up on that little stylus menu when you take the stylus out when the phone is unlocked. We got some other things it can do, removal reminder. So that basically is going to give you a notification when you take out the stylus. And if you're more concerned about losing the stylus or forgetting you took it out, record last removal can also be really useful. By default, the phone will vibrate when you put the stylus back in, but if you don't want it to, you can always toggle this off. But those were my tips and tricks for the stylus of the Motorola Moto G Stylus 5G. There's really not a whole lot to it. If you're expecting more complex, high-performance features that you would find in a flagship phone with a stylus, such as the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, then you're probably going to be disappointed with the stylus of this phone because, again, there's really not a whole lot to it. This stylus is basically made for doing basic tasks like scrolling through the phone, maybe pulling up a kid's coloring page, or writing a quick note on a notepad. Nothing really that complex, because once you get into that more complex type of activity, it's not going to be responsive enough to really do a whole lot more. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found this information useful as well. If you want to learn more about the phone itself, definitely check out my full review of the device on the channel. And if you want to learn some more cool tips and tricks for this phone, I also have a beginner's guide and a tips and tricks guide for the phone as well. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.